This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of private HR? Are you a small business? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Querry with the Arcue group. Rod, it's great to have you on today. Now, so excited to learn all about you and your business. So please start off by telling our listeners just a little bit more about your company.
Thank you, Sophia, and thank you for the invite to be on the podcast today. So I'm Rod Querry. I'm the CEO of the Arcue group, and I serve as a fractional chief human resources officer, helping growing companies build strong cultures, developing leaders, and then aligning people strategies with business performance. So ultimately, I help organizations take core values off of the wall and I weave them into the fabric of their business.
Wow, don't we all need that, right?
Exactly.
Now, let's get a little bit more into your background. What made you want to go into an industry like this?
Well, after about 30 plus years in leadership roles, I saw companies needing HR strategies, but they couldn't hire full-time employees. They couldn't hire a full-time HR staff. And that's really why I started the Arcue group. You know, HR isn't paperwork. It's one of those most strategic drivers of culture and performance. And so I wanted to go in to be able to help small to medium-sized businesses in the community that just could not afford to hire somebody full-time. In the North Dallas area, Sophia, an average chief human resources officer about 2 years ago, their salary was over $250,000 a year. And I knew small to medium-sized businesses couldn't afford that. So I go in and I give them a fraction of the time, about 10 hours a month, for a fraction of the cost, about 2 to 3% of what it would cost to hire somebody full-time.
Wow. Now, diving deeper into your industry, right? We all know when it comes to HR, there's some very, very interesting misconceptions. So which one would you like to address today for our audience?
Ultimately, I would say that HR is not the scary department. It's not just paperwork. It's really a strategic driver of culture and performance. Ultimately, it's interesting for us because we need to be able to get in and whatever you say your core values are, let's make sure that that's happening on a day-to-day basis, holding hands between leadership and the employees to make sure that everybody is communicating. Productivity goes through the roof, retention goes through the roof, and then ultimately the bottom dollar line increases for business owners.
I love that well-oiled machine approach. Now, let's go ahead and dive deeper into marketing for a second. Now, marketing is the heart of every business. Without it, you couldn't even find your clients. So today, ideally, what industries are some of those small to medium-sized business owners in that you're looking to help impact, and how are you attracting them?
Wonderful. So I'm really agnostic to what type of industry. I'm more working with small to medium-sized businesses that usually have anywhere from 10 employees all the way up to 100 employees. I find that most of my clients, if they have more than 100 employees, they probably already have an HR department. But I also work with startups. And so I tell them, if you have one employee, I am available for you to help you and to go in and work with that. So I have businesses all over the Metroplex as well as out of state. I work with a barbecue restaurant in Florida. I work with an oil and gas company in New Mexico. I work with a dog sniffing mold company in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So they take canine dogs and they train them to sniff for mold in businesses. So I really am all over the place. It's more so finding businesses that just don't have that HR support, or they have someone like Betty in accounting who's good with people and she's doing that for them. And I find all of my clients right now through networking events, chambers of commerce, as well as other fractional leaders, fractional CEOs, CFOs, any type of business like that, and word of mouth.
I love that. I love that, Rod. Now, I have to ask you, what are the core values of your business?
Core values of my business. Well, I have 4 core values, And it's very interesting for me because when I get into this and work with people, I want to make sure that I am telling them the same types of things, right? I want them to have their core values, and I want us to have our core values. So with that being said, the Arcue group really deals with integrity, character, generosity, and then one of my personal core values is just fun. Love to have fun and love to make things just enjoyable. I always tell people you need to have Sunday night peace when you're walking into work every week. And if you don't have that, that's one of the things that I come in and help you create.
I love that. And where can our listeners go to learn more about the Arcue group?
You can actually go to my website. It's thearcuegroup.com. And I have all the information up there about what we do, how we work it, and otherwise either that or even to my LinkedIn site. On LinkedIn, it's Rod-Querry, ROD-QUERRY.
Well, Rod, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Sophia. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.